Oh, and I'm live. How interesting. No, yeah. So a couple things. I just wanted to first try this software out. I've heard lots of good things about it. It's called StreamYard. It makes streaming very, very easy and intuitive. And for me, if I don't have to mess with OBS, that's a good day for sure. So, but anyways, I did want to try it out because I am going to do an interview, which I had mentioned before on my channel. Going to have a discussion with Peter from the Loneliest Man channel. That should be a lot of fun. And yeah, so we're going to have drinks and discuss all kinds of INFP things and whatnot. But it was going to be last Friday, but my aunt had a stroke, which was scary. Luckily, she's fully recovered. Well, I say fully, she's not fully recovered, but she did lose, well, she was not responsive at all for like 24 hours, but she did not lose any memory. She did not have any paralysis of her limbs, those sorts of things that kind of come with stroke. But yeah, so that was like 4 hours before we were supposed to go live. So I was like, sent him an email because he's from Melbourne, Australia. So I can't really call him, but yeah, emailed him real quick. Hey, sorry, you're gonna have to postpone. Going to the hospital with my dad to see my aunt. And anyways, yeah, but thank goodness my aunt is better. Actually, I need to go see her. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today in this little live stream, also / test of this software, is yeah. So can INFPs and ENFPs become avid hunters, or are we basically just kind of too empathetic, too averse to inflicting pain or killing another animal? I mean, I shouldn't say inflicting pain. Yeah, it's like, killing the animal. In my experience, I killed one deer. We went hunting with my brother and my dad and an uncle. And I remember I was in a deer blind. This is many years ago. This is probably when I was about 18 or 19, something like that. And we were in a deer blind, had a rifle, and there was some deer off in the distance, within range for sure. And there was a doe, a Bambi, if you will. Like, we'll see in a second. I'm going to play a clip here of Joe Rogan talking to Russell Brand, and Russell Brand, who is an ENFP, talks about similar. So anyways, I did feel just huge uneasiness, like when I knew, okay, there's some deer, I'm hunting with my dad, it's time to shoot, the deer are just grazing right there, easy target, let's go. But I did not like it, so anyways, I ended up shooting the doe, and it got her in the neck, and she eventually she ran. It did kill her. We had to follow the blood for, I don't know, not too far, and found her. And but the whole experience was just, and I think, if you are INFP, ENFP, you do know exactly what I'm talking about. You just feel queasy. It doesn't feel good. You don't feel like you understand it, like, and I'm not against hunting, or anything like that. I'm not a vegan, like, at all. You can be a vegan, that's fine. I'm not against vegans or anything like that, but I'm definitely an omnivore, but yeah, I mean, so anyways, Russell, of course, far more articulate than I am, kind of like, and let me bring this in, and we can listen to this, like their conversation here. But the way Russell describes it is very perfect. It syncs 100% with me, and I can relate to this. But yeah, so let me listen to this. And
never seen that before.
What's that?
Oh, my brain!
What are these things? Yeah.
So, elk, are they like herd animals? So you just see like a herd of them?
Yeah. You see a herd of them, and You try to figure out which way the wind's blowing, and you try to get close to them. Is this a video of us? Yeah, this is a video of us from...
what a beautiful place. I mean, I can see the harmony of nature.
Yeah,
oh
so
my
that's
God.
an elk.
Now, the thing is with me, I see that elk there, and I sort of feel like a sort of... I've watched too much Disney.
Yeah.
You know, like I see that elk, and I feel like I'm Bambi, literally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't have it. Like, is that early in the morning? You look tired. Not tired.
Might
you know.
be late afternoon, actually.
Can you
I
tell
think that
from
was
this?
late afternoon. Yeah.
Like, say, like I from that position, I couldn't. Like, I would love the game of being able to aim, because actually I've had to go down gun ranges. It turns out I'm a pretty good shot. You know, it's nice to see that thing come back with like holes around its abdomen and its head.
Right.
And I think satisfied. There, you've been dealt with, paper man. But like the elk, I couldn't. I've got too much empathy in me that I couldn't deal with the feeling of. After it was shot, I like it, like almost thinking about it, the sentimentality of it. I've sentimentalized it now. You know, at least I don't eat meat and stuff like that, so it's not like I have all those feelings, but can handle it in a packaged, portioned off way.
Yeah,
it's just I feel too much like, oh, that creature. So what in your head?
Yeah, so that's basically it. He sentiment. I can't even pronounce the word. Sentimentalized it, whatever. But that's the thing too. Like he says, like if he was imagining himself after he killed an animal, he would have a hard time dealing with it, and that's kind of what I felt. You know, you can't escape the thought of you just killed this animal. You know, this animal was just minding its own business, eating with you know, his little mates there, and I've just killed him. You know, and again, I don't want to, like, you know, overplay it. I understand, you know, they're part of the food chain, and that's kind of what Joe goes on to explain. And listen to that. I mean, it's actually, it makes a good point. But I'm just referring to, you know, that inner discord you feel, the sympathy, the empathy you feel for the deer. You know, it is another living creature, and you just basically took its life. Of course, you're going to eat it. You're not going to waste the meat or anything like that. And, you know, it's not for sport per se, you know, and we did eat the deer, by the way, for sure. But yeah, we'll listen to a little bit more. And then, and speaking of ENFPs real quick, there's one thing I was going to mention. I was going to make its own separate videos for this, but, you know, there are two ENFPs. So Russell is probably one of my favorite ENFPs for sure, but there are two that I think more ENFP and ENFP channels need to highlight more, but it's Robin Williams and John Candy. Like, they are some of my favorite people in the world. But anyways, maybe I'll do a separate video on that, because I think both of them are genius and amazing and most lovable people you can imagine. But a little more of this.
When you're doing it, when you're pulling the trigger, you're not having what's going on in your mind.
Well, you only are hunting these mature animals that have already passed on their genes. You also are recognizing that if you're not killing these things, it's not like they're going to live forever.
Right.
They live a short life with a very violent death. It's either wolves or mountain lions or bears, or something's going to take them out.
It's true.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is essentially dipping your toe into the natural world. And I've heard the argument that, well, this is ridiculous because everyone can't do that. You know, if everyone went out and hunted all the animals, there would be no animals left, which is true. But I'm not.
Okay, well, he goes on. He talks about some different stuff. It's not as interesting. But anyways, I'll just close it here. I just kind of wanted to test StreamYard, and also just let y'all know that, yep, the interview discussion with Peter from the Loneliest Man channel, that is going to go ahead this Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be 10 a.m. in the morning, his time. Yeah, it'd be great if you could come along. We're going to have some drinks, and it'd be a good time. So, till then, take care. Adios. Bye-bye.